Most of us are totally unaware of the fact that our inner conversations are the causes of the circumstances of our life. The world is a magic circle of infinite possible mental transformations, for there are an infinite number of possible mental conversations. When man discovers the creative power of inner talking, he will realize his function and his mission in life. Then he can act to a purpose.
Hi, my name is Jessie and welcome to Manifest Workshop. Have you ever stopped to wonder just how powerful your inner conversations can be in shaping your reality? Let's say you dream of living in Hawaii, starting an online business, or meeting your true love. But instead of hearing encouraging whispers inside, it's more like your inner critic saying, "You're crazy. You don't have the money, skills, or any chance at this. How could you even think about finding love when you feel like a total mess?" Yeah, that was me. My inner dialogue was pretty much on the same wavelength. Thankfully, I stumbled upon the power of manifestation and the law of assumption. And recently, I've started to grasp the importance of working on my self-concept. Join me in this video as I spill the beans on how Neville Goddard's inner conversations technique completely turned my life around, allowing me to manifest my deepest desires and the love of my life. So let's get into it. Talking to oneself is a common habit that everyone engages in. Just like we can't stop eating and drinking, we can't stop talking to ourselves. What we can do, however, is control the nature and direction of our inner conversations. Many of us aren't even aware of how our inner conversations shape the circumstances of our lives. The way we talk to ourselves is like a mirror reflecting our thoughts. So, if we want to change our minds, we've got to change the way we chat with ourselves. It's all about tuning into those mental conversations we have with our inner selves. And once we grasp the creative power of this inner dialogue, we uncover our life's purpose and start to act with a real sense of purpose. Let me share a little story from my own life. Back in the day, I had this wild dream of backpacking through Southeast Asia. I was stuck in a 9-to-5 job that I absolutely hated, doing the same thing over and over again. My inner conversations back then sounded a bit like this. Man, I wish I could just pack my bags and explore new countries. But it's impossible with all this credit card debt and the car payments. How would I even make money? And there's this little voice in my head reaffirming, yeah, you're right, you can't leave, you're broke, and you don't have any valuable skills. Who'd hire you anyway? It's too risky and you don't know anyone out there. Sometimes we let these inner conversations limit us. But you know what? We can change them and rewrite our stories. So that's exactly what I did. I became aware of my own inner dialogue. What was I really saying to myself? Why am I saying those things? I had to identify my own limiting beliefs, and I learned to argue with my own thoughts when I felt it was limiting me from achieving my desires. I began to have an open dialogue with myself, and I started to talk to myself as though I had already achieved my desired goals. So instead, I practiced saying to myself, wow, I can't believe I'm in Southeast Asia right now and living my best life. I'm so thankful I paid off all of my debt and I had money saved up so that I could make this trip happen. And now I'm finally here. What an amazing feeling. I'm so thankful I was able to meet so many amazing people that has led me to see many opportunities where I can work and make money. This is so amazing. I made a daily practice of saying this to myself for about 3 months and tapped into that feeling of already being in Southeast Asia. By practicing this positive inner dialogue, I was creating new pathways in my brain. These pathways subconsciously helped me seek out solutions. Through this process, I successfully paid off my credit card debt, saved enough money, quit my job, and purchased my ticket to Southeast Asia. I spent a year there, and when my funds were running low, I ended up applying for a work visa in Australia. I ended up working there for 2 incredible years. It was one of the most fantastic experiences of my life. And it was all thanks to those uplifting conversations I had with myself. Your word has the power to change your reality. Comment down below. Your word has the power to change your reality. The time for change is now. You must act consciously to create your desired reality. Your inner conversations are the seeds of the future. To bring your ideal into reality, you must match your inner dialogue with your fulfilled desire. What does that mean exactly? So, here's what that looks like in action. At one point, I was letting my credit card debt control my life, and my relationship with money wasn't the healthiest. As I examined my inner conversations, I realized that the key to escaping this financial mess was to prioritize paying off my credit card debt. It meant making some sacrifices, like skipping out on dinner with friends, pausing my gym membership, and opting to walk to work instead of driving for a while, at least temporarily. I knew I didn't want my debt to dictate my life any longer. All I could do was tap into that feeling of what it would be like to be backpacking in Southeast Asia debt-free. I asked myself, who do I need to become to match that energy and bring it back into my current reality? I learned to be responsible with my money and started preparing my own lunches for work instead of eating out constantly. It became a habit, and I was amazed to find that within 3 months, I had not only paid off my debt, but I also saved some money on the side. Facing my debt was a bit scary at first, but as I chipped away at it, I watched everything I had been manifesting suddenly come to life in my reality. Once you grasp the concept of changing your inner dialogue and recognize your own limiting beliefs, you'll be amazed at how quickly you can manifest your desires. These inner conversations serve as the very building blocks of your world. By mastering your inner speech, you take charge of your destiny. Remember, our minds and the gift of speech set us apart from other creatures. Use them wisely, and you'll be the architect of your own future. Once I truly understood this concept, I applied it to every aspect of my life. The results? Not only did I get to backpack throughout Southeast Asia, and I lived in Australia for 2 years, I found myself living in Hawaii for 3 incredible years, establishing my own online business and meeting the love of my life. I envisioned all of this and brought it into my present reality. If you're eager to learn how to make this happen, I've also created a private Facebook group you can join. Here, we dive into the world of manifestation and discuss how to attract your specific person. It's a wonderful community where we share our challenges, learn from one another, and grow together. You can find the link in the description below. When you learn to control your inner conversations, you must use your wildest imagination to shift your inner conversation. At the time, I thought traveling to Southeast Asia was way beyond my reach, but I continued to use my imagination and go into the scene of already being in Southeast Asia. The more I practiced this, the more real it felt. Imagination is the gateway to reality. By using your imagination to transform energy from thought to action, you can touch the lives of others and manifest your dreams. Remember, the world is a reflection of our inner conversations. If you don't like what's happening in your life, it's a sign that you need to change your mental dialogue. Feed your mind with positive and noble thoughts to create a world filled with love and goodness. In the end, our words have the power to shape our reality. Love and nurture your inner conversations, for they are the seeds of the world you create. If you want to learn more about how to rewire your subconscious mind and change your inner conversations with yourself, then I really recommend checking out this video I made. I'll take you on a journey where we start by examining your current thoughts. I even shared an enlightening conversation I had with a woman, which helped her understand how she was talking to herself. Plus, I'll guide you on how to transform and enhance your inner dialogue. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.